Hello, I'm Dr. Greg Green, and I'm going to talk to you probably for the next 12 to 15 minutes about designing the next 20 years of your life with intention. This is the Pinnacle Life Design webinar series, and this is episode number 21. So, thank you very much for being here. If you joined this webinar tonight, chances are you've reached a point in your life where you're beginning to ask deeper questions. Questions like, what do I truly want the next chapter of my life to look like? Who am I now that my career routines and major responsibilities are changing? How do I create purpose, meaning, and joy and fulfillment for the next 20 years, not just financially survive them? And perhaps the biggest question of all, how do I intentionally design my future instead of accidentally drifting into it? This is exactly why I've designed the Pinnacle Life Design system. Because retirement is no longer simply about stopping work, it's about reinvention. For generations, people were taught to prepare financially for retirement. But almost nobody was taught how to prepare emotionally, mentally, socially, spiritually, and personally for the life that comes after the career ends. And the truth is this: many highly successful people retire with substantial resources, yet still feel disconnected, uncertain, restless, or unfulfilled because they never intentionally designed what comes next. Today, I want to introduce you to a completely different model, a model we're going to call intentional life design. Now, the problem with traditional retirement thinking is this. For decades, society sold us on very narrow definition of retirement. Here it is: work hard, save money, retire, relax. But here's what we now know: relaxation alone does not create fulfillment. Many retirees discover something surprising after the celebration ends. The structure disappears, the identity changes, the calendar opens up, the purpose becomes unclear. And suddenly people begin asking themselves, what am I waking up for now? Who am I, who am I beyond my profession? What do I truly want my life to become? Research consistently shows that people thrive when they have purpose, meaning, contribution, connection, growth, and a vision for the future. Without those things, even financially secure retirement can feel emotionally empty. That is why a Pinnacle Life Design, we believe, the new retirement model is not withdrawal from life, it is intentional reinvention. The next 20 years can become your most meaningful years, your healthiest years, your most connected years, your most adventurous years, your most impactful years, but only if they are designed intentionally. So, at Pinnacle Life Design, we guide people through a structured life planning process that helps them create a personalized blueprint for the next chapter of their life, not just financially, but holistically, because your future is bigger than money. And process helps individuals examine and redesign the major areas of life that truly determine long-term fulfillment. We explore questions like health and vitality. What does thriving physically look like over the next 20 years? What habits, routines, and environments support longevity and energy? We explore relationships and connection. What do I want, or who do I want to spend meaningful time with? How do deepened friendships, family bonds, and communities? Purpose and contribution. What gifts, wisdom, or experiences are you meant to share? What still feels unfinished inside of you? Adventure and lifestyle. What experience have you postponed? What dreams are still waiting? Emotional reinvention. Who are you becoming in this next chapter? What beliefs or fears need to be released? And then legacy. What impact do you want your life to have? How do you want to be remembered? Most people have never sat down and intentionally answered these questions. They've planned careers, they've planned vacations, they planned investments, but they never planned their life itself. That's where transformation begins. Now, I'm going to address for a few minutes the cost of drifting through retirement. One of the greatest dangers in this stage of life is not failure, it's drifting. Drifting into a routine that no longer inspires you, drifting into isolation, drifting into passive living, drifting into years that slowly lose energy and purpose. And it happens quietly, not because people are incapable, but because nobody taught them how to intentionally reinvent themselves. At Pinnacle Life Design, we believe clarity changes everything. Excuse me. When people gain vision for their future, their energy changes, their confidence changes, their relationships improve, and their outlook on life expands dramatically. They stop viewing aging as decline and begin viewing it as possibility. Now, let's talk a little bit about positioning the Pinnacle experience. That is why I've created the Pinnacle Life Design experience. Our immersive retreat and follow up process is designed to help people step away from the noise of daily life and deeply evaluate where you are, where you want to go, and how to intentionally build the next chapter. This is not therapy. This is not simple motivation. And this is not traditional retirement planning. This is strategic life reinvention. During the process, individuals gained clarity, direction, vision, personalized life planning tools, accountability, community, and practical action steps for moving forward intentionally. Most importantly, they leave with something many people have been missing for years, a renewed sense of purpose. Because purpose does not retire. Human growth does not retire. Meaning does not retire. Your next chapter can become the most intentional chapter of your life. Now, let's talk about the call to action. As we close tonight, I want to leave you with one important thought. The next 20 years of your life are going to pass whether you design them intentionally or not. The question is, will they happen by default or by design? At some point, every person reaches a moment where they realize, I still have life left in me. I have more dreams, I have more growth, I have more contribution, I have more experiences, more meaning. And perhaps this season of your life is not about slowing down. Perhaps it's about becoming who you are always meant to become. That is the heart behind Pinnacle Life Design, helping people move from uncertainty to clarity, from drifting to intentional living, and from retirement to reinvention. Thank you for joining us today. If this message resonated with you, we invite you to learn more about the Pinnacle Life Design experience and explore whether this process could help you intentionally design your next chapter. Because the best years of your life may still be ahead of you. Thank you and have a wonderful evening.